salutatory address for the class of 2013 will now be delivered by Carolyn.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Trinity Catholic High School's Class of 2013 graduation. I would like to give a special welcome to Monsignor Doyle, Sister Mary Grace, Mayor Pavia, invited guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and my fellow classmates. A couple of weeks ago, my 4-year-old sister went on her first field trip. When she got home, I asked her where she went and how it was. Bursting with excitement, she began telling me all about riding the big yellow school bus for the first time. I still have no idea where she went, because the bus ride was the only part she cared about. Where she was going did not matter to her. She was just excited to be going on an adventure for the first time without Mom or Dad. She knew she wasn't going too far and would always return home. I asked if she was scared when she went over the bumps, since she had no seatbelt on. She replied by saying, "I just held on tight to my friends and I felt safe." Seeing how excited my sister was to ride the bus for the first time reminded me of all of our firsts that marked the beginning of our high school journey. The first time we had a free, only to find out it was more commonly known as power nap time. The first day we sat in Miss McGoldrick's class listening to her speak at the speed of sound for a full 42 minutes, only to realize we would be learning that quickly for the next 3 years. Our first physics test, where we soon discovered how small we were able to write to fit notes on a formula sheet. That first time someone came into school wearing a uniform on a dress-down day. The first time we noticed that the pole in Mr. Gibson's room was hot, soon realizing that hot rod probably wasn't the smartest idea. The first day we found out there were games on our calculator, only to wish while taking the AP Calc test that we had never found them. The first of many times that Mr. Borsier got after us for being out of school uniform, or the first time we drove ourselves to lunch on a half day. As the end of senior year approached, I began to focus more on our lasts. The last time we would gather together for a school mass. The last time we would do a 1-2 review in English class. The last college that we would visit before sending out our last college application. Our last class with the same people we've been in school with since pre-K. The last time we would watch a Crusader football game as a student. The last time we would have donut day and brighten up Mr. Pavia's morning. The last lunch to eat one of Jovie's cookies, or 2, or 3. The last time we would ask to leave school for National Pancake Day. The last time Mr. Barella would set off a doorbell in Miss Barber's room during an important lesson about integrals. The last attempt to bribe Mr. Kelly with coffee to leave school, only to realize he really hates coffee. And personally, I hope this is the first and last time I will have to make a public speech. Our lives are marked by many firsts and lasts. These row markers are important, but what really matters is what we do to fill in the time between our first chemical equation and our last wait until we get to buffers threat. Going to college next year, whether we stay here in Connecticut or go off to Texas, will be another first in our lives. We are certainly ready to set off on this new adventure, without our parents holding our hands, on a course we aren't completely sure of, with a destination that is still unknown. My hope for our class is that we remember to surround ourselves with good friends to hold on to when we hit bumps in the road. Just like these 4-year-olds, we are ready for the journey and excited to see what lies ahead. I know that the lessons we have learned from our parents and teachers, the friends we have made here at Trinity, and our faith have strengthened us and prepared us for our future. Congratulations, class of 2013, and enjoy the ride.